Morning all, so just a quick one here. I'm going to link a vid. It's from Colt45. I've been sub to him for a fair while and he's come out with a bit of gold, so this one gives me a bit of hope to see children talking about geoengineering is something that we really need to work on, because at the moment they're trying to brainwash an entire generation of kids into believing this climate change is going to destroy the world. And so what happens when these kids get to voting age and we've got an entire generation of children who are brainwashed, they're going to vote to give away all their rights. They're going to vote for the Save the World Climate Change Party because they've had that fear instilled in them their whole childhood. So we need to prevent this, and the way of doing that is by educating children on what's really going on about weather modification, about cloud seeding, about geoengineering, climate engineering, solar radiation management. We need all of this terminology to be things that kids know and understand. It's the only way that we can save our future, because at the moment, if we have an entire generation of children who are being taught at school that climate change is real when we know it's a hoax, and if we have an entire generation of children who are afraid of climate change, who think the world's going to end 20 years from now, then we are screwed. They will give up all their rights in the name of climate change. They will accept a one world government in the name of climate change. They will cram themselves into smart cities and give up private ownership of property in the name of climate change. So we need to educate kids on what's really going on. It's a tricky one. There was a woman in Boulder, Colorado, who had her daughter taken off her because her daughter was talking about chemtrails at school. This is where they're going to try and push things to. They're going to make it so that anyone who believes 5G is dangerous, or chemtrails are real, or vaccines are dangerous, they're going to declare them to be mentally unstable, unsuitable to be parents. So before we even start teaching our kids about this, first we all have to work together and correlate a massive body of irrefutable proof, so that when our sanity comes into question, we can show everything. We've got it all printed out in folders, gone through it, highlighted all the key relevant areas, and making it real easy to present as a body of evidence to say, well, look, this is the proof I have that shows it's real. We must have this before we start teaching our children about these things, okay? Because when our sanity comes into question, we need to be able to show what has made us form that opinion. We need to be able to show proof of rainwater samples showing heavy metals, groundwater samples showing heavy metals. We need to be able to show proof through patents and documents and information on things like the Weather Modification Council, the North American Weather Modification Council. We need to have all this ready to go in folders so we can do a large information drop on anyone who questions our logic or our beliefs. So check out this short video by Colt. It shows heaps of children talking about geoengineering, cloud seeding, and so on. He's a good man, Colt. He's, he said to me it's taken me weeks to find all these little tidbits of children talking about it and put it together. So let's get behind him. Let's try and get this video up to 1,000 views for him. He's only got, 250 subs or something. So let's get this view count up for him. Let's share this everywhere we can. And, let's pay credit to the original creator. I'm not going to mirror this. I'm just going to leave the link so the views show on his channel, the comments show on his channel, so he can get the credit that he deserves. So check out the video, links in the description. It sort of got me a bit when it got to the bit where the children said, what happened to our blue sky? That sort of hit me in the heart. you know, we've got an entire generation who are going to grow up thinking the sky is meant to be a silvery, whitey, pale blue colour when it's not the case. So show Colt some support. He's put a lot of effort into this one. It's taken him a while. I think he deserves the view count. So I'll leave the link straight to his channel, and you can go over there and thank him. Cheers, guys.